Hey, it's Dougie Fresh here in the flesh, about to give you my best and help you on your quest of becoming your best. And I'm going to do that through sharing with you the skill, the art, the practice of meditation. All right, show you how to meditate, why it's important. All right, the benefits, how to do it, and the pitfalls to not get you trapped or to get you losing the skill of it, losing the practice of it, to quit, make you quit. I don't want you guys to quit. I want you guys to commit to this, and I'll show you how I have done it. All right, what has worked for me, and I am not the best person to teach you this. Okay, there are better people than me to teach you, but I am passionate about it. I'm very passionate about it. I love it. I've been doing it for 7 months, and I haven't missed a day. 21 minutes. I do it every night, and it has helped me in a myriad, probably every single area of my life. It has added quality to it, raised the standard and quality of my life. So I know it can help you. I'm super compelled to share this with you. All right, I've hired a meditation coach. I go to group sessions. I study, research it, but I practice it every single day. And I'm going to take all the best stuff and give it to you in this video. What is meditation? Meditation is, the best definition I could find of it, is the awareness of the present moment. Alright, so I'm going to ask you to do a little exercise. Trust me here. I want you guys to, in your mind or out loud, to say, I wonder what my next thought is going to be. I wonder what my next thought is going to be. Mine was the airplane. What was yours? So you see some things that happen. I love airplanes when they pass in my videos. I always want to say the Wright brothers, I think of the Wright brothers, and they're so inspiring. So what was it for you? All right, so I'm aware of something. I had a link, I had a relationship, I had a connection to the airplane, something else came off of that. This is what happens to us all day long. So you experience that, which you might experience when you do that. You can rewind it if you want to try it again. It is that, hey, there's a blankness, there's a space. There is a space between my thoughts. What is going on? That's kind of the essence of meditation. To create that space, right? And in that space, it's beautiful. You're realizing, hey, what is this? You're the awareness. Which awareness is a critical, crucial value you must cultivate. So awareness. You are the awareness to your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. Like I said, your thoughts are shadows. Your fears, same thing. So we go to the past and we see, identity in it. And we see pain in it, pleasure in it. But you go to the future and you think of salvation and waiting and goals, and you cannot you be in that place all the time. You want to find this moment here. Take that time, this selfish time, to enjoy the present moment, because that's all there ever is, right? In the past, we were in the present, and the future will be the present. The present is everlasting, all right? So, meditation, why it is so important. I'm going to color this for you. Elliot Hulse, my favorite mentor. Got a chance to visit him and talk to him and learn from him, but this mentor drove home with me for meditation, all right? He talks about this tornado, all right? He says, guy asked him, how do I turn my life around? He said, don't turn your life around. It's more about turning your eyes around and looking in. And he says a tornado, our life is like a tornado. Funny thing about life is, it's L, I might draw this out in the video, L-I-F-E. The L is big, then the I goes down, F goes up, E goes down, and life's ups and downs. This is a resourceful way to support you, and it's by thinking of this tornado here. So there's a tornado. That's what life is. It kind of spins around, and it's your life situations, whether it's finance, family, relationships, sports, football, baseball, soccer, wrestling, whatever it may be. Your job, okay? So I said a lot of different things. School, whatever it is. And it's kind of spinning you around. And it's spinning you around. Now, if it leaves here, I'll make a tornado. And it's spinning you around. All right, it's spinning you around. The tornado just spins and spins you around, and you're going like this, and you're getting hit by this stuff like a tornado would pick up a chair and hit you, and it's not good. You don't like it, right? So what you can do is not to just get flung around by the tornado, but you want to actually go to the eye of the tornado. You want to step deeper into the tornado, and from there you can go to the eye. And it's interesting that they call it the eye. It is fascinating because from that place you will see everything. You can see everything objectively. You're not getting spun around, taken away in the tornado. You could look at it all. Ah, okay, I'm thinking this about this. This is in my thoughts a lot. And okay, job, I'm worried about this. And you just get insight. You get insight, and you get this magnificent awareness. And from that place, you can then have the power to direct that tornado. Not stepping out of the tornado completely would be copping out and giving up, checking out, maybe moving to the Himalayan mountains and just quitting. And that's a cop-out, as Elliot Hall said, and I can see how that is. You don't want to take this too far and be a fairy area. Maybe you do, but I'm talking about the practical use. All right, so this tornado, you want to navigate it, be in the center and be in the calm, be centered and grounded in that eye, where it, as it is in the real tornado or hurricane, is that eye. You want to be in there, and you see it all objectively, non-judgmentally. Peace, the wind, the senses, the sounds, the feelings, and it's just joyful. Okay. Now, practically, what do? How is this going to help me? Well, if you look at a lot of top CEOs, they do this stuff. Bosses, right? Elite, successful people. I see them doing this. The research out there is abundant. Now, I see Russell Simmons. I read a book on Russell Simmons. His meditation, Success Through Stillness, Do You, supported me a lot in doing this habit. So you got to stay motivated. Like you're going to do a diet, you read about the diet, you read about eating healthy, and that keeps you motivated to eat healthy. Same thing with working out if you're starting to work out. So meditation, you want to kind of study and research it to keep you up to par and motivated on it. All right. The benefits of it. I have a little list here, but I'm going to talk for myself. All right. It just makes me very effective in life. It makes me aggressive because I'm free. I'm kind of the outcome doesn't matter as much. So can take the action. I find I'm funnier. Because again, I'm free. I don't care. So I'm funnier. You're more sexual. You're clearer in your thinking. You're sharper in your thinking. You have a prefrontal cortex. Your willpower is stronger. You can last longer. You have more use. You lengthen that battery length of your willpower. You have connection between your right and left hemisphere. Your intuitive, rational side. Your intuitive, emotional side fuses with the analytical, rational, logical side. All right, so you're not wavering or unbalanced between the two. You look at a Robin Williams, a DMX, right? They're very emotional. You look at maybe someone more logical. Over here, you want to integrate in between those, and it helps you. The corpus callosum, I believe it's called. It connects it. Okay. Speaking of connection, you can connect to others better because you're more compassion. They show gray matter increasing in the area of compassion. So I'm talking a lot of brain terms here. But the benefits are there. Research. I might post a link below of research if I know how to do that. A paper I wrote, 20 big page research paper I did this semester. All right. More connected and content with life. I see this a lot. I feel this way. It's like, whatever, it's cool. I'm gonna bounce back. Your faith's increased that you're gonna be successful. The faith that you're gonna be happy, and because you can do it now, you can feel that right now because you have the ability to do that now. So you'll still have that ability to do it in the future. Whoa, it's just unbelievable. I'm feeling it right now. It's just by talking about it. All right. Oh my gosh, my communication and public speaking is about 4 or 5 times better. I'm a lot more freer up there. I'm not thinking of what other people think of me. So you had this communication, your public speaking. If you like that stuff, it enhances. Okay, you're less needing of validation. You're less needing of validation. You don't need your dad to say, "Oh, this is good, dog." I don't have to explain it. "Hey, yeah, dad, this is like." You don't. I don't need to do that. I don't need the girl's attention. I don't care what she thinks. I'm doing it because it feels good in me. So you have this. You don't need validation from the teacher. You don't need it. All right. You have your own validation. You're more intense in touch with your body. You're more sensitive. So validation, stimulation. You don't need to go on the laptop. You don't need to go on your phone as much. You don't need your news. What happened? What? You're not freaking out about what's going on in the world because you're not as inclined to seeking stimulation. You can be by yourself more because you're more comfortable with that because you practice it. Get in touch with that. So you don't need the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram stimulation as much. All right, you won't see yourself going to it as much, I found. So stimulation, validation kind of cuts that out a little bit. Not totally, but definitely helps a lot with it. Melts away and dissolves negative emotions. All right, you have these emotions, and the wind kind of blows it away. If you're in the eye, it kind of blows that away. It melts away and it dissolves these negative emotions. Another thing that lets you talk freely. This might be why it helps with communication. It lets you speak freely out your mouth. Lets me just flow without judgments of my thoughts, or when I'm coming from the right place. So it lets me just go, and it's great. You're not judging what you're saying, not judging what you're doing as much. Creativity drastically enhanced, I find. Wow, I've been so creative lately because of this. The number one thing, I think there's a couple number one things, but the number one thing for sure, that definitely is improved is appreciation and gratitude. You are more grateful for everything around you. These trees behind me, I just love them. The air, I love it. The sound of the cars, I love it. The sound of the river, I love it. I love a lot of things. I'm warm in this cold. It's great. My red hair, I love it. So it makes you just appreciate things 100%. The number one thing, though, is awareness. All right, awareness certainly is the number one thing. You know what's going on. So I have ADHD. I have ADD. I never had a big deal about this label. I never shared it, but now I'm cool with it. Probably with meditation. But again, it's just that I have all this energy, and I'm aware of when I'm stepping away too far, when I'm just kind of being a little too crazy, or I'm more cognizant of what other people are feeling. So by me being sensitive to that, I can tone it down a little bit. I'm like a spider on its web, feeling the vibration and adjust. I'm more adaptable, right? It's not the strongest that survives, it's not the smartest, but the most adaptable to change, Darwin says. Therefore, it helps because actually meditation, yoga does this too. It gives me more energy throughout the day. So my energy is, I tell you, if I had so much energy before, my energy is doubled at least. I have way more energy throughout the day. Bouncing around, just bouncing and bouncing around. Happy, right? Cheerful all throughout the day. Meditation helps with that, but it gives me that insight to, hey, I'm stepping a little too far over here, which I could do if I want to, but I like to know when to behave the appropriate way. So if you're actually looking for that too, then it's important for you. It's outstanding. So that awareness, number one thing, awareness to your thoughts. You're just aware of your thoughts, and you can channel your thoughts. Gives you a little bit just more control. Gives you more control, and it lets you get in tune with your higher self. All right. So there's your lower self and there's your higher self. It doesn't worry about, hey, I'm trying to get back at this person, man. I'm gonna prove them wrong, and you know what? I'm gonna show them up, or I'm gonna get my old girlfriend back, and I'm gonna show her that I am the man, whatever it may be, or man, I'm gonna best revenge of success. And you're just coming from this place, which may give you a short burst, which is cool, but it actually gets you to come from this higher place of, man, what can I contribute? What is my purpose, or what's my mission? What's my big, gigantic, enormous goal? What's my one thing? What is it? What's the thing I can have a big impact on the world? How can I grow? How can I serve not only myself but others? How can I evolve? What can have a big influence on the big picture? So it helps with that, coming from that higher place. So the effectiveness is tremendous. Those are just a couple of benefits. It sounded like a lot, but there's even more. You experience it yourself. You'll experience it yourself. It slows time down. It's another thing it does. It just slows time down. It lets you become more authentic and genuine. I find it does that with myself. So there we go. I'm going to talk next about how to do it. I'm going to move and shift a little bit, because as we segue into a different topic, we're going to move around. So here we go, the Elmo Park. Okay, so we're talking about how to do it. This is the big thing here. How the heck do we do meditation? Well, let's dive right on into it. How to do meditation. Okay, how to do meditation. It's very simple. It's not easy. Okay, it's one of those things. It's not easy, but it's simple. A lot of things are like this. It's not easy, but it's simple. So we got a shot here. Great. What I do is simply sit like this. Let me show you exactly how I'm sitting. You don't have to sit like that. So that's sitting. This is posture. I like to sit with my legs crossed, right? Just like that. You don't need to do that. Some people can't do that. I can. But you do get better over time. I can now do that. I couldn't do that. But sitting in this posture allowed me to do that. You do not have to do that at all. You can sit in a chair and do it. Okay? So look at those benefits. Now you kind of want to do it. Let's see how to do it. And one thing I forgot about how to do it, or another benefit of it, at the end of the day when I do this, I like to do it at the end of the day, in the beginning of the day, but at the end, it's like I did all this stuff today, all this stuff, and I can be happy within myself. Okay? You might want to rewind that to get what I just said. I say that after everything that happened today, I can just sit here and be happy. Whoa. And that gives you that freedom. I think that's where the freedom might stem from. But style, I'm going to just hit everything rapid fire. Style, there's different kinds out there. Holosync audio, I might give you a little demo at the end of how that sounds. The binaural beats, I'll actually put the audio on that. Posture, I should just explain posture, but really it's all whatever you want. Breathing. So breathing's a great doorway into it. Breathing is the main focus to connect you into that realm of meditation. You won't be thinking if you're just focused on the breath. So inhale, feel the air coming through the nose, feel the whole cycle of the breathing. There's different kinds. You can breathe in for 4, or hold for 4, or exhale for 4. You can just flow 2 and 2. There's different kinds of breathing. Whatever works for you, experiment, explore it. Eyes open or closed. This is a huge one. Okay, you want to have your eyes open. And I say this because when your eyes are open, you can carry that presence into daily life. So my eyes are open, looking right at the camera. Presence. And your eyes are open, you carry that with you. When your eyes are closed, you can get access to that presence less because you need to close your eyes to get it. So you want to be able to do it when it's open. Okay. Aids, sure. You want to light a candle? You want to light some incense? Go for it. You want to put some music on? Go for it. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Location. You don't have to come to a place like this. You don't have to come out and I do it often at home. I wanted to give you a special scenery, so I typically do it just staring at the wall. You don't want to look at anything that'll give you a association in your brain to give you like a judgment or memory. You don't want to look. You want to look at like blankness. You want to look at a wall. You want to look at a door. And just use that. So you're not really using that at all. You're just kind of looking. You don't want to use anything, but at nothing. So you look at nothing, and you get it. All right. Hope you're catching me here. Location, music, breathing, posture, eyes, time of day. Last one, time of day. Time of day. People like to do it in the morning. I'm a morning person. I like to do it in the morning. It gives me kind of just when I don't do it in the morning and I do it in the morning. When I don't do it in the morning, I kind of tail off earlier. When I do it in the morning, I have more endurance throughout the day, definitely. I feel better throughout the day. I'm just coming from a better place. But either way, I have a lot of energy in the morning. I think I just programmed my mind that way over time. I'm a morning person. But I think it works. Most people like to do it at night, too. So you can, at first I started doing this at night. And you wouldn't think that the benefits would carry over to the next day, but it does. It actually does. When you do it at night, you get a great sleep. You get a great sleep either way when you do it, but you feel real rested afterwards. You have this calm afterwards, this incredible peace and calm afterwards, tranquility. Right after the meditation session's over, throughout the day, you can come back to that. But time of day, whatever you choose, I like to do it. If I do it at night, I do it like right before I go to bed. But I think it's actually better to do it in the afternoon, before like maybe dinner, before I might go out at night. I've even gone out at night, like just at college, to parties, bars, being social events, and I'll do it before I go out. I'll even come back and do it. If I come home at 2 a.m., I'll come home and do it. And I just do it either way. So we're going to get into the excuses you'll come to not do it. All right, and that's where I'll teach you a little bit more about committing to this. And you want to go do it either way, but you're experimenting different times today. You're committing maybe 2 weeks to it here. And we're going to talk more about how to do it, all right? It's, like I said, it's simple, it's not easy, but you want to be still. You don't want to move, all right? But can you touch your nose? If you must, you can do it. But over time, you're just going to be like, I found that if you just accept it, the itch is there, whatever's there, that posture's there, it goes away. It's really odd. It just kind of goes away. That's acceptance and surrender to the situation. And it goes away. Okay, there's bugs around me. You just kind of let it go, and they either go. I find, now this is really crazy. This is crazy, but I'm telling you, this is what happened to me. When I meditate, when I sit down and do this little stillness, animals like to flock to me. I don't know what it is. Birds or squirrels or fish swim around me. Maybe that's just my thing. I don't know. The times I've done it, it's what happens. But you kind of like let it be. You don't think of it too much. You let it be. Posture, like I said, you want to, now I'm going a little deeper into posture, you want to sit with dignity. That's what I think of. Imagine that. Say that, sitting with dignity. Well, what's sitting with dignity like? Well, you don't want to be roll the shoulders back, head straight up too much, back straight as an arrow. Nah, you want to just be kind of even keeled. You're not lunging over. You're not in a kyphosis posture. So you're rolling your shoulder back, crown of your head's going up, back straight, and you're going from there. That's a good posture because you want to have a good breathing flow coming in, and it just supports you a lot. And you'll catch yourself losing out of posture. It happens to me sometimes. You come back to a good posture. So breathe in and out your nose. But you're sitting with dignity. You're sitting here. You could listen to the sounds. It's stillness. You're still. So you can mess around with your hands if you want, whatever feels best. As you sit here, you're also like a good silent environment, so you want to have a good environment. Go to your bathroom, go in your room, close the door, lock the door, go outside. Find a warm spot if cold's a problem for you. Set yourself up to win with your meditation session environment. Make a good path for yourself as you embark on this excellent journey that, again, I highly recommend. You're in the position, and now you are going to maybe listen to the silence. It's quite beautiful. And here's what's going to happen, all right? I guarantee this is what's going to happen. Thoughts are going to arise, thoughts arise, in meditation we are taught to recognize a thought as a thought, come back to whatever it is you're coming back to. Whether it's what I gave you in the very beginning of this, I wonder what my next thought is going to be, that's the tool I use, or some other ones I'm going to give you momentarily, and you come back to that, or the breath, and you move from there. You don't judge the thought, and if you do judge the thought, you don't get hung up about judging it. You kind of just allow. You think, you might go on, I go on these like 3-minute stories sometimes, past, future, aspirations, or fantasies, whatever it may be, but you come back gracefully and gently. You come back. You can get mildly curious about it. That's totally cool. Gives you that insight, and then you just come back. If you see yourself keep going to that thing, interesting. Okay, now you're learning. And you keep coming back. Keep coming back to that centered, grounded place of that eye of the tornado, eye of the storm. Excellent. We're learning. All right, we are getting it. Mantras. Do you use a mantra? I got some great ones I like to use. I like to watch the thinker. What am I thinking? I like to observe and relax. Observe on the inhale and relax on the exhale. So I see my shoulders drop as I just exhale. I observe my thoughts. Observe, and I'm kind of doing this now as I do this with you, so you can fully maybe feel and see osmosisly, so kind of pick up on my body of how I'm doing this. Release is a great one. Brandon Boucard offered this one. Release. I just like, something comes to my mind, bam, I'm saying release in my mind. Release. So I'm releasing any thoughts that come. That's a phenomenal tool. Use that. Try that one out. Release. And your voice tonality also, at the end of the session, you'll find your voice tonality is lower. You're not as high pitched. You're just kind of grounded, loose. That's very interesting. Step into stillness, Dougie. Step into stillness. And I feel the stillness. I wonder what my next thought's going to be. That's my favorite. That's one I probably use the most. So you can feel the weight underneath of you. You can feel the sun ray when it's sunny out. You feel it, and you just focus on that. It's a meditation. Okay? But like I said, I guarantee we all do this. You'll start to think, and it's okay to think. You just want to come back to your focus, get mildly curious about it. That's it. Like I said, I go on these 3-minute things. Okay. You're not shooting for anything. You're not shooting for an experience. You're just being present to the moment of what is. So you're not trying to become this awesome present, or this. You're not going to float away. You're not going to levitate. All right? No. You're enjoying the entire journey, the spectrum of everything you're going to feel. Okay? Don't look too in depth of this. All right? It's going to help you the whole experience. You set the alarm for 21 minutes. This is what I do, and I sit there and I accept everything that's going to come. I'm aware. But here's what I do find. I do get something like that. Okay? It's just this moment of my kind of eyes just are more sensitive, that I see what's around me, and it's. You really, when I share this stuff, what I'm sharing right now is, you're not going to get it. You need to experience it. You experience it. It's my own thing of what I experience. Probably similar to what you may experience. But you kind of transcend your thought, your thinking, and you're just not thinking for maybe 2 seconds I have it. I'm like, ooh, I'm meditating, and I have to come back, because that's a thought. 9 seconds, and it gets longer. The more you do it, the quicker you're able to get into it from when you start, and the longer you're able to last, and the more often you have them throughout your session. Okay, so you get into it quicker, you last longer, and you have more spurts of it in a session. And I don't know what it is. It's just a reality. Okay, it's that present moment, that awareness of your thoughts. That's what it is. Awareness of your thoughts. And it's that there's blank and there's nothing there, and it's pure beauty. Now, yes, there may be cobwebs you might experience because you're really feeling everything, and then there's these gems, diamonds, pearls, rubies, emeralds, shining, sapphires, glistening and gleaming and glowing, and you experience all of that. Okay, you may go off on something, you may take you on a journey, but it's beautiful. It is God-esque. All right. Like this is all a tool. It's all a tool to use, and you carry it throughout your daily life. It's practical. This is practical advice on meditation. All right. Next, I want to talk about the blocks of meditation, the things that will challenge you. I want you guys to commit through hell or high water. I want you guys to commit. All right. Now you're going to come up with all these excuses. I don't have time. All right. I'm not good at it. I don't have a location. I'm not supposed to do it. It's not good for you. It's baloney. Research is there. I mean, all these things you're saying is more reason you need to do it. It really is shocking the crazy and wild excuses you will come up with, because this is what happens with me. I come up with the most absurd, ridiculous excuses. So if you really, there's something you're interested in doing, you'll come up with some crazy excuses. Okay. Another benefit I just thought of, I don't know why I thought of it, but I thought of it. It makes you less reactive, because I was thinking of why I started to do this in the first place. Because I'm thinking about you guys, and I'm thinking, you want to do this, you might want to do it for a reason. Well, for my reason was I wanted to become less reactive. I wanted to respond. I wanted to increase that space of stimulus and response. Okay? So you can respond to life situations, which is, you can imagine the power of that, right? How calm, how much more of a person you'll become. Stronger version, greater, better version of yourself. But yeah, like I said, you're going to come up with excuses when you do this. You start to do it every night, and you're committed to it. Jack Canfield says 99% is a bitch, 100% is a breeze. Okay, so when you commit all the way, it's a lot easier. Like, highly, just like, do it like with my journaling. I'm going to write in my journal. If you chop my arm off, I'll write it with my mouth. I'm doing it every night. I'm just going to do it. So you have to get in that mindset, and that helps by seeing the values and the benefits of it. So you need to go back to the value and benefits of it and stay up to date and research on it. Not up to date, but just stay motivated by looking at it, taking time every day to do it, to learn more about it, to reinforce things, see other people who explain about it. I'm about to finish up here. Like I said, you're going to come up with these crazy excuses. You're going to rationalize, I don't have to do it. You're going to justify it afterwards. Nah, that's huge. Don't get into that trap. It's going to come up. It's inevitable, right? I actually said I haven't missed a day. I missed about 2 days when I went to Tampa Bay to see Elliot Hulse. When I came back, and the whole airport, doing the plane and my sleep, and I was up late, I kind of didn't do it. And I noticed, I don't know if this was the expansion of learning so much, but I noticed I was just off track completely. I was contracting and shrinking back into the old Dougie. So you'll feel it. It's kind of like you have to fall off track and not do it for a little bit after doing it for a while. You do it for 3 or 4 months, not do it. And then you see how, oh man, it sucks not meditating. I love it. I like who I am with it. So you need to get back on. That recommits you. That digs your roots a little bit deeper. Right? I see some roots in the tree. It just digs it down deeper. That's what it'll do. That's what'll help. Alright. If you're tired, you want to do it anyway. Alright, just for the habit. If you need to sleep, if your body's telling you to sleep and to lay down, okay? Listen to your body. Some of it's telling you to listen to your body. I do in yoga. You want to do that because you're laying down. I don't recommend you lay down with this. You sit down, on a chair or on the ground, and you don't want to lay down. But I know when I first started, I did that. So I was tired. It's okay to listen to your body and go to sleep. Okay? But you feel real great afterwards. I just think, like, God put all this time into me, into us, into you. Let's put some time back, let's put some time back into Him. And I do that through other ways, right? I like to go to church. I like to write in my journal. I like more flow meditative activities, walking through a forest. And you might say that for yourself. You do these other things, art. But I think sitting down and just getting quiet, still, creating that space in your life is stupendously powerful. So you want to get in the habit, whatever ways you can get creative to get in the habit, you want to commit to this. think that's about it, you know? Like I said, it's a tool. Don't get too crazy, airy-fairy, and float away with this stuff. And commit to it. Definitely do it if you want to. Don't even say you're going to try it. Commit maybe a week. Just set the alarm. I'm going to make a video on this. Set your alarm on your phone. Go to your phone and set an alarm. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it may be. Oh, I do 21 because I move around and I like to get a full 20 minutes in. So whatever works for you. Set your alarm and just say, I'm going to just give up hope of when it gets tough. Just like, oh, I give up hope. I'm done. Nah, man, I'm not going to do it. And you're thinking all these things. Just sit there for the time. Do the tools I said. It will work. Kind of surrender to it. Surrender to it like you do go for a big run and it's very hard. You're doing a hard paper. 10 minutes are just very tough. And then you kind of get into it. Same thing with meditation. Every single time I have faith that it'll work. Here's the biggest lesson of all. If you're going to do this, if you stuck along this long for the video, you have to have faith in it. So know and understand that, and you'll know this by experiencing it again and again. I might not want to do it, but I know every single time, this is what keeps me doing it and staying in there the whole 20 minutes every single day and doing it, is that I know I will get benefit from it. It might not be, I might have the first 10 minutes just straight thoughts, just straight off tangent, off task, not following everything I'm supposed to, but I'm following the main processes and procedures. I'm coming back, I'm sitting there, I'm staying still, I'm being silent, and then it will work. It's something, or if it doesn't, you're still in the habit, but 9 times out of 10 I find it works for me. And you'll get around maybe 10 or 12th minute, you'll get that glimpse, you'll get that great feeling of that presence I kind of described earlier, if you kind of caught what I was saying. And you'll get that, you know, and it'll get longer, and then you'll have it, and it's like, whoa, and you kind of like a lens of a camera, you focus it back in, and you lose it again, and you focus it back in. And it's outstanding, and it's beautiful. You appreciate life more. You're more effective, you're more aggressive, you're sharper, clearer thinking, smarter. Your brain's rewiring itself, right? You're more adaptable. It's beautiful, it's powerful. Love it, get into it, learn it, use it as a tool, use it to be more effective in your relationships with people, use it to be more compassionate, increase every area of your life, enhance it, all right? Binaural beats, you go on YouTube, that's what it kind of sounds like, and it's in your ears and it does some weird thing. That works. I do that once a day. I don't do it for every meditation. I like to be straight silence for one session. For the other session, I'll do that. That's it, you know. The present moment we're talking about here, all right? Your true home is in the present moment. Is in the here and the now, as Thich Nhat Hanh says. And you can always come back to that, okay? So I invite you to meditate and enjoy all the benefits of it, and enjoy your life. It magnifies your life. It really does. So there you go. Be that Superman with meditation. Whatever little metaphor you want to come up with your own, study it. Don't get identified with it. I'm not identified with it. I'm not Superman in meditation. Nah. There's better sources out there than me. Do it. It works. It's the best. Become better at it by practicing it every single day. Right? I'm out here in nature. Stay blessed. Stay fresh. Peace. Good job learning.